Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be tackling this office once again. It's actually not that bad, to be fair to myself. It's just a lot. I've got a lot of stuff in here. I also have a new desk that I need to put together. I'm going to tell you about the desk here in just a little bit. I'm not going to do like a deep clean of this room because it doesn't necessarily need it, but it definitely does need to be cleaned out and make room for this desk. I'm so excited because I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but at my company picnic a few weeks back, I won a Cricut. I'm so excited. I can't even stand myself, but I haven't even gotten it out of the box because I don't have anywhere to put it. And this desk is going to help me get it situated. So I don't have a lot of time. I just got home from work and I would love to get in bed by a decent hour. So let's go ahead and just get started. We're going to clear everything out and then we'll start building furniture again. Now you guys already know my week will not be complete without having to assemble some sort of furniture, and you guys know that I cannot assemble anything unless I have some good music going. I will say, so we have like Roku, right? But I also use YouTube TV like for my actual cable. And since we got rid of regular cable, I've really missed like the music channels, but I found one. I found it on the live TV, the Roku live TV. It's great. So anyway, I got that pumped up, ready to go. I just kind of wanted to give you like an overview of what everything looked like. Like it's not that bad. There's just a ton of stuff in here. I also did have the two side tables that I took out of my living room. Those actually got taken last weekend when my sister came in for my birthday. I gave her those two, and I also gave her that rolling cart that I had. That was also in here. So I sent those on with her so that she could get some use out of them. And then I just decided that the best way to tackle this was to get everything out of this room and start fresh. That way I would have the space in the room to assemble the new desk, and then as I was bringing things to put back into the room, I could then go through them and get rid of things that I no longer needed or just needed to be put elsewhere other than in this office space. Also, as I was putting all of these clothes away, I had the forethought of, let me just go ahead and go through the things that don't fit anymore. That way I can, get them out of these drawers and make more space, right? But then I remember I pretty much learned my lesson on getting rid of pants when I thought that I no longer needed them, because the last time I lost weight, I got rid of a whole bunch of things and then I gained the weight back and I had to go buy new clothes. So I will be holding on to these jeans for a little while longer. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get rid of them soon. But I didn't want to do that today. Again, I wasn't going to do like a whole deep dive into things. But I just kind of figured since I was already touching them and I was going through this stuff, I would get rid of the things that I wanted to. But I really don't want to yet, if that makes sense. I know that I might have to lean on them maybe in the near future. I don't know. I hope I don't, but I might have to. So as I mentioned in the beginning, this office really needed to be gone through. I don't think I have gone through and cleaned the drawers out of this current desk in a long time. And I have just caught myself not even going in the drawers of this desk because I'm like, it's a jumbled mess. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Sometimes I can find a Sharpie if I need it or something like that, but I really desperately needed to go through that. So I was kind of glad that this day had come. But right here is the Cricut that I won, and then it also came with like an additional pack. I'm not sure exactly what that's called. I can try to look it up. It's just like the extra bundle. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it was. And then this big box that you can see right here, it clearly says computer desk. But this is just box 2. And there's a whole other huge box in the living room. So if you guys saw my, what was it called? My 2025 home tour. I'll put the link in the cards above. But I showed you guys all of the boxes of things that were sitting in my living room, all of the stuff that I needed to get filled. So I was finally able to do it, and it could not have come at a better time because it really just breathed new life into this room. I'm starting to feel a lot better about coming in here now and editing some projects and getting some things done. So it kind of, not only helped the space, but it helped my mind as well. I'm really glad that I was able to get in here and do this. But one thing that I'm really trying to start doing is not holding on to a whole bunch of things. I'm really bad about stuff like that. Like if I go on a trip or something, I'll keep like the do not disturb signs for the doors on the hotel room, or I'll keep like movie tickets or something like that. I'm just a very, very sentimental person, and I tend to hold on to a lot of things. And I'm trying to get myself to learn that I don't need to keep on to those things. Like I have the memories and that's enough. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to do some less cluttering just everywhere. But I think it's funny because as I was going through these drawers, I probably came across 30 cards that I have kept, and I'm going to still keep them. I don't care. I think it's just about going back and reading things that people write and having signatures for people. I don't know why, but I feel like that's always important. Also, if you know, you know. That's also always important. But I didn't get rid of any of the cards. Clearly, I'm going to keep them. And in this new desk, it does have a drawer to where I can put hanging folders and keep some of that stuff like that in there, which was desperately needed. So I'm really excited for that. In all honesty, I had been putting this off for weeks and weeks because I thought that going through this desk was going to be the death of me, but it really wasn't that bad at all. I'm so glad that I did it. I went through every piece that was in this drawer, or all the drawers. I went through everything that was in there. I got rid of so much trash. I only kept the things that I know that I use. I got rid of extra cords. I got rid of batteries for cameras that I knew didn't work, just a whole bunch of those other things that I had been holding on to that just needed to go. So I decided once I got everything cleared out, I was going to get this computer down and then move the desk out. That way I had plenty of room in there to work. And somebody please explain to me why these monitors are so daggone heavy. I don't get it. Those things weigh like 50 pounds. But anyway, we did get everything taken off and made room for this brand new desk. I'm going to quickly tell you about this desk. This is by the brand Sedata. They reached out and asked if I would review one of their desks for them. Absolutely. I was like, yes, I do have other furniture from them, and I love the quality of their stuff. I ended up getting this farmhouse. It is a 69-inch farmhouse executive L-shaped desk. And I was kind of afraid at first. Although I did measure before I chose this desk, I was like, I need to make sure that this is going to fit. So once I got everything pulled out into the living room, I went ahead and opened up my box. Now, one thing I do remember about this company is the incredibly fast shipping and also the way that they pack these boxes. There is no way on God's green earth that you could get one of these boxes and have any piece of this furniture be damaged unless it literally fell off the back of a truck onto the highway. Like, they pack this stuff so well. I love it. So another thing that I have started to do myself, which I've done actually for a while, I think this is why putting stuff together like this I do enjoy. It's because one of the reasons, let me just go ahead and spit it out, you know how I am with words, is okay, see how nicely all this stuff is packaged? Everything is where it needs to be. This was that smaller box that was in my office that you saw under my desk. That's everything that was packed in there. And then I pulled out this long sleeve of parts, and I was like, okay, I'm not intimidated. But then it just kept going and going and going, and I was like, this might take me a while. But it wasn't bad. It honestly was not bad. It looks a lot worse than what it was. But I just get everything laid out to where I can see all the numbers. Another thing about this company is they clearly label everything so well. There is like literally no guesswork to any of this stuff. And another thing that I want to say, none of this is scripted, by the way. I'm giving you all of my personal information, all my own thoughts. Bodie was not excited about all the happenings, but I promise you, he was okay. Another thing that I love is when you're putting this stuff together, it's like the screws and all of the pieces go together like butter. Like they were already made together and then just pulled apart for shipping purposes. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you don't have screws that go sideways that bust your boards and everything turns out wonky, and you've got doors that are lopsided or drawers that don't go in straight. Like, that's not what this furniture is. Like, everything is meant to go together. Every hole, I don't know, I'm going off on something weird, I feel, but this stuff goes together so well and so easily. You should probably, yes, have two people doing this, but you guys know I never ask for help for anything, and I can always do things on my own. The only thing that I thought that I might have needed any help with was lifting the two top pieces up and getting them attached. But I was like, I'm not going to not try it, right? And I did it like within 5 minutes. It didn't take me any time at all. And it is heavy. Like, it's got some weight to it, but I handled it okay. So if you feel confident, you do it. I know I've got faith in you. Another reason that I was putting this on hold was because I wanted to go ahead and finish painting this room. I don't know if you guys remember, but right before we got the floors put in, I did come in here and paint this room, and I ran out of paint on the last wall. Well, I have not gotten more paint since then, and I did kind of wanted to get that done before I did this desk, but I was also tired of looking at all these boxes in my house, so this got to happen first. But then again, I decided I think I might want to wait until it starts to cool down outside. That way I could have the windows open when I paint in here. I think that will just work better for me. But I'm still going to go with the white. The white's going to stay on the walls. I also think that I want to get a new pendant or maybe even a ceiling fan, like a small one for in this room. And then also obviously new curtains for the window. But I do need to get, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the living room, when I put new curtains in there, I ended up finding the, what are they called? I guess it's the 3M curtain hooks, curtain hangers. So you just hang them up with the little sticky things. You don't have to like drill holes in your walls. Well, that's what I have in the living room. And I love that thing. So I want to get another one of those for in here so I don't have to put more holes in the wall. So I'll be doing that. And then I also think that I might want to, I almost said shave. That's not what I want to do. Sand. I want to sand my dresser. But I don't know what I want to do with it after I sand it, if that makes sense. It's white now. It was just a natural wood color, and I painted it white. So I think if I sand it down, I don't know what color I should do. You guys give me your thoughts and opinions and ideas, and let me know. Oh, also, if you saw my leg, I also got a boo-boo on my leg while I was assembling this, but that was my fault. I wasn't watching where I was walking. Anyway, I'm loving all the storage that is going to be in here. I already have everything full at this moment, and I'm not sad about it. But I have plenty of room left still. I also love this little power bank that it provides up top. I'm able to keep my little chargers plugged in. That way I can keep my keyboard and my mouse charged up. That was another big reason I was always having my mouse and my keyboard die on me, because I would always have to get other cords out and take them in other places of the house because I didn't have enough of the little hookers. You know what I mean? The USB hookers. Anyway, I have that now and I love it. The only thing that I can see that's going to be a drawback, clearly, is going to be the blonde dog hair that's going to be all over this thing. So this is definitely going to have to be kept wiped down on a daily basis. It'll keep me on my toes, that's for sure. But look at all this space. I'm so excited. Like, I had half of this space on that other desk, and now I'm able to kind of spread things out, and I don't feel as cramped. I don't know. I just love, like, sitting in here right now, even with the way things are, which I'm sure you can already tell. I did end up having to flip the room around. My plan was not to do that, but if I were to have the desk on the other wall, I was going to completely cover the floor vent, and I did not want to do that. So with the way that it is on this wall, I'm only covering up like a third of the floor vent, and the bottom of the desk right there is open. So
you can still get the airflow from underneath. And I felt like that was just better all around. And then I just took that floor length mirror and slid it over to that little half wall right where you walk into the room. And I think it fits perfectly right there. Honestly, it feels so much bigger in this room. I'm not sure why. I can't put my finger on it, but it just feels a lot bigger. Now, yes, this is the next day because I got sidetracked and then I got on the phone and I didn't finish cleaning up the room or loading everything back into it that night. So this is the next day. I got everything vacuumed up, and then it was the fun part. It was loading everything back in. And this is what it looks like now. I absolutely love it, you guys. What another one of my big concerns was, I was wanting to get this out because I needed to have a space to put some of my birthday gifts that I had recently got. My sister gave me 2 big framed pictures, just filled of little pictures of her and I through the years, and then some of my nieces and my 2 boys, of them growing up through the years. Just things that I love and I want to have here with me that I can look at all the time. Also, my cousin Tara got me this really beautiful candle, and she hand painted me a piece of her art and put it in a really pretty frame. And then she made this really gorgeous little crystal dish with some matchsticks in it, and she adhered a little match striker to the top of the lid. Just little things like that I wanted to display. I'm so stinking excited. You guys have no clue. I think right there where my laptop is probably where I'm going to end up putting the Cricut. This drawer just holds all of my little gadgets for extra batteries, SD cards, cords, all of those things. Down here I've got some books, extra mics, and keyboard. I've got some extra space pretty much everywhere. If I really wanted to go deeper and declutter some more things, I absolutely probably could. But all in all, I could not give you one reason not to purchase one of these desks. If you guys are going back to school, if you have started homeschooling, this is something that would be perfect in your home. I will have the link to this desk as well as their Amazon store and their actual website in my description box. They also have gaming desks, filing cabinets, coffee tables, things for your living room and bedroom. Again, I want to say a big, huge thank you to Sedata for sending this to me to review. I could not love it more. But this is what the other side of the room looks like as well. You guys give me your thoughts on sanding down and repainting this dresser. What are your ideas? What color do you think I should do, or if I should do it at all? Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys came to check this out. This is what the mirror looks like. I can do some really cute little OOTDs if I feel so inclined. But I do appreciate you guys being here. I hope you enjoyed watching this little office flip. I love you guys so much. I gotta go. I got some more things to do before I have to go to bed and get up and go to work tomorrow. So I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye.